The title of the project for tonight for me is getting to the point. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off here by getting to the point. And I can hear you out there saying to yourselves, well, Paul, get to the point already. Okay, so here's the point. I am going to teach you about the sport of basketball. And I'm also going to try to teach you a new or greater appreciation for this wonderful gift from God. Now, God, you say, He created basketball? Oh yeah, absolutely. You can look it up. In fact, He's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. And then after He came up with basketball, He passed it down to Michael Jordan, who created basketball here on earth. Now, I'd like to give you some of the benefits of basketball. First of all, I can say this without a doubt, and I have scientific evidence to back it up. Basketball is the most relaxing, therapeutic, Brazilian, covered in oil activity you can participate in. Also, you can play basketball until you're about 85 years old at a very high level. Moses Malone, the NBA Hall of Famer, he didn't enter the league until he was 50 years old, and he ended up playing well into his 90s. And I know that there are a lot of studies out there that say water skiing is the most well-behaved, eye-corrective, lucid, and juicy activity you can participate in, and you can do it well into your 450s. What I would say to that is, who wants to live to be 450 if the only thing you can do is water ski? Besides that, dunking. I'd like everyone here to repeat after me, please. Dunk. Doesn't that feel great? Well, I'd like to explain the power of the word dunk with a quote from Freud. Freud says, dunking is a primal obsession. It exhibits itself early in childhood and progresses through adolescence. A fully developed male is known to sometimes shun coitus in favor of slamming a dunk. And we all know the only sport that has dunking in it. Now, I'd like to ask a question. Who here has seen the basketball play that's called a pick and roll? And I don't mean one of those pick and walk towards the hoop type jobs. I'm talking about a full-on Stockton to Malone pick and roll. I'd just like to ask you, I want you to think about this. How did seeing that alter your life's course? Well, I can tell you that my dad saw one, and after he saw it, he immediately packed up his stuff and split. Now, my mom, she was very upset until she saw a replay. Another benefit of basketball is that it can literally save your life. There's a man by the name of Jack Luttrell who is a resident of Manitoba. And one winter's day, he was up on the top of his ladder cleaning out his rain gutters. Well, he put the ladder atop a patch of ice. And well, I'm sure you can imagine what happens next. That's right. He climbed down off the ladder and had a heart attack. Well, there was no one around. But luckily, Jack had on his life alert, with which he was able to notify emergency services. And where did Jack first hear about life alert? That's right, from the commercials that would play during the NBA games he'd watch when he couldn't sleep at night. Finally, and most importantly, basketball is legal in all 48 states. Wait a minute, there's more than 48 states now, isn't there? Which one am I missing? There's Puerto Rico. Anyway, I would suggest, and this goes for any activity, not just basketball, you should always check the legality of said activity in whatever jurisdiction you're in. Well, at this point, I'm sure you've got to be asking yourselves, where can I get basketball? How much does it cost? Is it tax deductible? The short answer to those is yes. Basketball is anything and everything you want it to be. Basketball can be used for good, and basketball can be used for evil. Just imagine for a second if Hitler had had basketball. But basketball is only really basketball when it's being used for beneficial purposes, such as a gorgeous jump shot, a well-executed back cut, a pass on the money to a man filling the lane on a fast break, or the extra pass to find the man wide open in the corner for a three. Now, having gotten to the point and made these inarguable points in favor of basketball, I fail to see how you could do anything but leave here tonight and go out, grab yourself a basketball, and start playing. And if not playing basketball, at least sitting on your butt and watching someone else play. Thank you.